Weird space phenomena that shouldn't exist. Let's get right into it. Number 10. The dark flow that shouldn't happen. This one is a mind breaker. Imagine all the galaxies in the universe as tiny boats floating on an enormous cosmic ocean. Some drift slowly, some move with the waves, some swirl in currents. Now imagine if a section of those galaxies, hundreds of them, started moving in the same direction, at the same speed, as if being pulled by something colossal, something we cannot see, cannot measure, and should not exist. That phenomenon is called dark flow, and it is one of the most disturbing cosmic mysteries ever discovered. Galaxies should obey the expansion of the universe. They should drift apart gradually, like polite introverts leaving a party. But these galaxies are not doing that. They're moving as if a giant invisible cosmic vacuum cleaner is on the other side of the observable universe, sucking them toward it. What's causing it? Well, the leading theory is nothing inside our universe. Let that settle in. Some scientists propose that dark flow might be caused by a neighboring universe. Yes, an entirely separate universe, tugging on ours through gravitational influence. This is the part where physicists start sweating. It's like you're sitting alone in your room, and suddenly your chair moves slightly, not because of anything inside the room, but because of something outside reality tapping the wall. Another hypothesis is that it's caused by massive structures beyond the observable universe, places we can't see because light hasn't reached us yet. Basically, cosmic monsters hiding behind the curtain. But here's the kicker. Even today, scientists don't agree on dark flow. Some argue it's real. Some say it's an illusion caused by measurement errors. Others think the universe is trolling. If it is real, then something unimaginably huge, bigger than superclusters, bigger than walls, bigger than anything we have names for, is dragging parts of the cosmos across space. A force so big it breaks every cosmological model we have. Dark flow is like the universe saying, "Oh, you thought you understood physics. Adorable." This phenomenon should not exist, but, annoyingly, it might. Number 9. The planet that literally shouldn't be there. Imagine assembling a puzzle, finishing it, stepping back, and noticing a piece floating in the air, not touching anything, not fitting anywhere, just chilling above the table like, yeah, I'm part of this now. That's the cosmic vibe of Planet 9, the mysterious, invisible, mathematically required, but not yet seen planet that should not exist, and yet every equation screams that it does. Here's the situation. Astronomers studying objects in the far outer solar system notice something bizarre. A bunch of these icy bodies, the weirdos living way past Pluto, are orbiting in the same direction and at the same tilt, as if following a cosmic traffic pattern. This should not happen. Space is chaotic. Orbits wander. Objects scatter like bowling pins. They don't line up neatly like kindergarten kids at recess. Unless something big is controlling them. Enter the idea of Planet 9. A giant planet, maybe 5 to 10 times bigger than Earth, lurking in the distant dark like the solar system's weird uncle who never shows up to family gatherings but still affects everyone's lives. We haven't seen it yet. Not with telescopes. Not with infrared. Not with surveys. Nothing. But mathematically, something out there is pulling strings like a gravitational puppet master. Some scientists think it's a frozen super-Earth. Others think it's a failed mini-Neptune. And the chaotic suggestions go further. Maybe it's a black hole, a tiny primordial black hole, orbiting the sun. Yeah, people seriously considered that for a while. Imagine that. A black hole the size of a bowling ball lurking in the outer solar system like a cosmic landmine. We don't know what it is. We don't know where it is. We just know something is tugging on the Kuiper belt like a bored kid picking at loose threads. Planet 9 is the solar system's missing piece, the puzzle part that shouldn't exist but mathematically does. And until someone finally points a telescope at the right dark patch of sky, we just have to live with the fact that our solar system might contain a secret giant roommate. Honestly, it's kind of rude that the universe is hiding planets from us. Number 8. The rogue planets that wander homeless through space. Okay, picture this. You step outside, look up at the sky, and think, wow, I'm glad Earth is safely orbiting the sun like a responsible citizen. Now imagine a planet just drifting, alone, orbiting nothing, belonging nowhere, like the cosmic equivalent of someone who didn't pay rent and got evicted from a star system. These are rogue planets, and they are horrifying. A rogue planet is a fully formed planet, Earth-sized, Jupiter-sized, even bigger, that has been yeeted out of its solar system and now drifts in total darkness. No sunlight, no heat, just endless empty space for trillions of years. Planets shouldn't be able to survive that. They should freeze solid, shatter, disintegrate. But no. Not only do rogue planets exist, there might be billions of them. Maybe even more rogue planets than stars. How do they get ejected? Oh, just casual cosmic violence. A young star system is chaotic. Multiple big planets form, interact, shove each other around, and sometimes one gets punted out like it's losing a planetary Hunger Game. Or a passing star shakes things up. Or a gas giant says, I don't like sharing, and throws an Earth-sized sibling off the table. The result, a cold, wandering planet with no sun, no day, no night, just eternal nothingness. What's even weirder is that some rogue planets might still have warm interiors, heated by radioactive decay or trapped primordial heat. In theory, some could even host underground oceans, entire biospheres hidden beneath frozen shells. Imagine that, life evolving on a pitch-black planet drifting through interstellar space. Creatures who have never seen a star, never seen light. From a scientific standpoint, rogue planets break the idea of solar systems being necessary for planetary stability. They're proof the universe is way more chaotic and way more creative than we expected. They're cosmic orphans, planetary fugitives, astronomical introverts roaming the void. If Earth ever gets too close to Jupiter, who knows? Maybe we could get flung out one day. But hey, that's future humanity's problem. Number 7. The Boomerang Nebula, the coldest place in the universe. Imagine the coldest winter day you've ever experienced. Now multiply that by 1 billion. Then multiply it by another 1 billion. Then dunk it in liquid nitrogen and throw it into Antarctica. Congratulations. You're still nowhere near as cold as the Boomerang Nebula, the coldest known place in the entire universe. This nebula is a cloud of gas being blown out from a dying star, except the gas is expanding so rapidly that it cools down to 1 Kelvin above absolute zero. That's 272 degrees Celsius. Colder than the cosmic microwave background radiation. Colder than physics says anything should naturally be. This object should not exist because, in theory, nothing in the universe should be naturally colder than the leftover radiation from the Big Bang. That background temperature, 7 Kelvin, is like the universe's default setting, the cosmic thermostat that everything else slowly warms to. But the Boomerang Nebula looked at that rule and said, yeah, no thanks. The reason it's so cold has to do with gas expanding faster than the surrounding radiation can heat it. Basically, this dying star is ejecting material at a speed so stupidly high that the gas cools beyond what the universe allows. It's like the star is power washing itself into cryogenic stasis. And the creepiest part? We don't fully understand how it's sustaining this. This level of cooling should be temporary, a cosmic flash freeze, but the nebula remains absurdly cold over huge distances. It's the kind of temperature where atoms basically stop moving, where chemistry stops, where even heat itself is like, bro, I'm out. So somewhere, 5,000 light years away, there's this giant cosmic freezer floating in the void, a place colder than the laws of physics expected. A nebula so cold it breaks the universe's minimum temperature settings. Basically, it's the universe's version of opening your freezer and finding Antarctica inside. Number 6. The star that blinks in perfect time, like a cosmic lighthouse. Imagine you're out at sea, staring at the horizon, and a lighthouse beam sweeps past every few seconds. Steady, predictable, rhythmic. Now replace the lighthouse with a collapsed star the size of a city, spinning hundreds of times per second, blasting beams of radiation across the universe with the timing precision of a Swiss watch possessed by a demon. This is a pulsar, one of the most bizarre, shouldn't exist objects nature has, to be clear. Pulsars technically do make sense, but the way they behave still feels like a prank. The universe is running on astrophysicists. A pulsar is a dead star, a stellar corpse, a crushed skull of a once mighty sun that exploded, collapsed, and got squeezed so tightly that it's basically a giant atomic nucleus the size of Manhattan. This thing spins fast. Some rotate 700 times per second. That's faster than a blender, faster than a helicopter rotor, faster than your excuses for avoiding the gym. And here's the part that makes everyone uncomfortable. These pulses are so perfectly timed that early astronomers genuinely thought they might be alien signals. They even named the first one LGM-1, aka Little Green Men. Because what else are you supposed to think when a star blinks at you like tick, 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 with the consistency of a metronome? These pulses are blasts of radiation shooting from the star's magnetic poles as it spins. If Earth happens to be in the path of the beam, we see a flash every rotation, like a cosmic strobe light. But what shouldn't exist is how absurdly stable they are. We're talking about a dead star made of neutron soup, spinning at hundreds of rotations per second, blasting radiation across light years, while maintaining better timing than atomic clocks on Earth. Some pulsars don't slow down for millions of years. Some speed up randomly. Some suddenly glitch like the universe forgot to install the latest firmware update. And the magnetic fields? They're 1 trillion times stronger than Earth's. If you got within 1,000 kilometers of a pulsar, the magnetic field would tear the electrons off your atoms. You wouldn't die. You would unexist. From an astrophysical standpoint, pulsars are both perfectly logical and deeply disturbing. They're stars acting like rotating weapons platforms, precision clocks, and cosmic beacons all at once. They're the universe flexing. A reminder that even the dead stars out there still have way more energy than everything we've ever built combined. Honestly, if anything in the universe looks like a message, feels like a message, and acts like a message, it's a pulsar. Too bad the message is just spinning really fast. Please help. Number 5. The galaxy that should be invisible, but isn't. Imagine walking into a pitch-black room, turning on your flashlight, and everything lights up except nothing. Because nothing is there. Now imagine seeing a glowing shape where nothing should be glowing, like spotting a ghost wearing neon clothing. That's basically Dragonfly 44, the galaxy that shattered astrophysics for a hot minute. Why? Because when we first looked at it, the galaxy appeared to have basically no stars. Like barely any, but it was still shining as if it were a massive galaxy full of them. Astronomers stared at it like, either this galaxy is lying or the universe is. Dragonfly 44 looked like a galaxy-sized blob of dark matter with a few sad stars sprinkled around like cosmic garnish. Here's the thing. Galaxies need stars. Stars are galaxies. You cannot have a galaxy made of nearly nothing. It shouldn't hold itself together, shouldn't shine, shouldn't have structure, shouldn't exist. But it does. Originally, scientists thought it was 99% dark matter, meaning it's basically a ghost galaxy held together by invisible mass we still don't understand. Then, new research said, wait, maybe it's not that weird. Then more research said, actually, no, it is weird. Then more said, we need coffee. The truth is, we still don't know the real composition of Dragonfly 44. And hey, all we know is, it acts like a giant galaxy, but it barely has any stars. Something huge and invisible is holding it together. This breaks our ideas about galaxy formation. Galaxies aren't supposed to be hollow. They're not supposed to exist as giant balls of dark matter with no stellar support structure. It's like going to the zoo and seeing an elephant with only one bone in its body. Technically possible? Maybe. Should it be alive? Absolutely not. Dragonfly 44 is a cosmic ghost, a giant, invisible skeleton wrapped in a thin layer of visible light. A galaxy that shouldn't exist but clearly does, glowing faintly like it's whispering. Boo! Number 4. The Supervoid. A hole in the universe. Imagine looking at a map of a city and seeing a blank square. No buildings, no people, no roads, no life, just nothing. And it's the size of a small country. Now scale that up. Massively, like billions of light years massively. Welcome to the Eridanus Supervoid, also known as the cold spot, a region of space so ridiculously empty that scientists deeply wish it didn't exist. Most of the universe is empty, sure, but this place is empty even by universe standards. It's like the void looked at other voids and said, "You call that nothing?" Watch this. Here's the unsettling part. This supervoid is so enormous that it shouldn't have formed in the amount of time the universe has been around. It's too empty, too smooth, too large. It's like finding a perfectly spherical rock the size of Mount Everest. Nature just doesn't do that. Even creepier, this giant void leaves a fingerprint on the cosmic microwave background, making that region of the universe colder than everything else. And nothing should do that. Nothing has the power to cool down the leftover heat of the Big Bang, except a whole lot of nothingness. Some theories. Theory A. It's just a massive fluke in cosmic evolution. Astronomers hate this answer because it's boring and no fun. Theory B. It's caused by quantum fluctuations from the earliest moments of the universe. That's like saying it's weird because it was weird from the beginning. Theory C. It might be a collision scar from another universe. Yes, multiverse collision. The best theory, obviously. Think about that. A place so empty it might be the bruise left behind when our universe bumped into another one during inflation. This thing is a cosmic pothole, a giant dark patch carved into reality. A hole where there should be galaxies, stars, clusters, and structure. Instead, there's just nothing. A trillion light-year nothing. The Eridanus supervoid shouldn't exist, but it does. Sitting out there, like the universe, forgot to paint that part. Number 3, the black hole that shouldn't be spinning that fast. Imagine spinning around in a chair really fast until you get dizzy. Now imagine spinning so fast that your atoms start writing complaint letters. Now imagine that instead of you, it's a black hole spinning so violently that the laws of physics quietly start packing their bags. Meet GRO J1-5540, a black hole spinning at such an insane speed that scientists basically went, okay, that shouldn't be possible. Someone checked the universe's code. Black holes are supposed to spin. That's normal. They form from collapsing stars, and conservation of angular momentum means they keep rotating. Fine, we accept that. But this one? It's rotating at a rate so close to the speed of light that it should have torn itself apart, flung matter everywhere, destabilized, or at least slowed down. But no, it's just vibing. A quick physics sidebar you didn't ask for. Black holes have something called a spin parameter, which ranges from 0, not spinning, to 1, maximum theoretical spin before physics flips the table. Most black holes sit between 0, 5 and 0, 9. This one? It's at 0, 99. Basically a cosmic Beyblade locked in permanent battle mode. How did it get this fast? Nobody knows. Maybe it ate a star in perfect rotational alignment. Maybe it merged with another black hole. Maybe it's just deeply, spiritually angry. But the weirdest part? It's not slowing down. At all. Even with matter swirling around it, falling in, radiating energy, it maintains this ridiculous, absurd, borderline illegal cosmic spin rate. It's like watching a washing machine shaking violently, expecting it to explode, and instead it just calmly keeps going, humming to itself. If you fell toward it, please don't. The space-time around it is rotating so fast you'd be dragged sideways at near light speed before you even cross the event horizon. It's like being sucked into a blender that's also a tornado, that's also a high-speed merry-go-round. This black hole shouldn't exist in its current state. Not at this speed, not with this stability, not with this level of cosmic sass. But there it is, spinning like the universe forgot to install a speed limit. Number 2, the star that turns into a magnet from hell. Imagine waking up one morning and discovering your refrigerator magnet can suddenly lift cars, bend steel, and possibly end civilization. That's what it's like when a regular star collapses into a magnetar, the most terrifying magnet in the universe. Magnetars are neutron stars turned up to, why would nature do this? Their magnetic fields are so absurdly strong that if you placed one 1,000 kilometers away, it would erase every credit card on Earth and rip the electrons straight off your atoms. Not kill you, not vaporize you, just delete you. Their magnetic fields reach up to 1015 Gauss, which is a number so dumb it barely qualifies as math. For comparison, Earth's magnetic field is about 0.5 Gauss. That means a magnetar is 20 quadrillion times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. This isn't a magnetic field. This is a cosmic death aura. And the weirdest part? Magnetars should not exist for very long because their magnetic fields are so intense they should decay rapidly. But some magnetars have been around for tens of thousands of years, way longer than physics says they should survive. It's like lighting a stick of dynamite and watching it burn calmly for 3 hours. Even stranger, sometimes they produce giant flares, random, violent magnetic earthquakes that release more energy in 0.1 seconds than our sun releases in 100,000 years. Some bursts are so powerful they affect Earth from across the galaxy. Yes, a star sneezed 30,000 light-years away, and our planet physically reacted. Magnetars are basically cosmic horror creatures disguised as stars. They are neutron stars whose magnetic fields are so powerful they distort matter, space, and light itself. They break atomic structure. They distort quantum fields. They bend reality, and yet they exist, calmly, casually, floating around in the void like they're not nightmares given form. Honestly, magnetars feel like the universe just showing off. Number 1, the star made of strange matter? Imagine cutting open a star, please don't, and finding that instead of normal atoms, it's filled with something called strange quark matter, an ultra-dense exotic form of matter that literally shouldn't exist outside of theoretical physics textbooks. This brings us to the strange star hypothesis, one of the weirdest ideas in astrophysics. A strange star is a star that's undergone so much pressure that its neutrons break down into their component quarks. But not just the usual up and down quarks that make normal matter. No, these stars would contain strange quarks, forming a bizarre soup of matter that could be more stable than anything in the universe. If that sounds weird, it gets worse. If strange matter touches normal matter, it might convert it into strange matter, like a cosmic zombie infection. This shouldn't happen, shouldn't exist, shouldn't be allowed. But observations of some unusually small, unusually dense neutron stars have scientists scratching their heads. These stars are too compact, too heavy, or too stable to be made of ordinary neutron star material. Something stranger may be happening. If strange stars exist, then they break the known physics of degeneracy pressure. They imply new forms of matter under extreme density. They could spread strangeness like a cosmic virus. They fundamentally rewrite what stars are. Nothing about this makes sense. Nothing about this should work. And yet, every few years, a new neutron star pops up that looks a little too suspiciously dense. Imagine the universe quietly whispering, "There might be zombies, but made of quarks." Strange stars are the final boss of things that absolutely shouldn't exist but probably do. They are matter pushed beyond the limit, physics pushed beyond the rules, and the universe pushed beyond sanity. And if one ever wandered too close, well, let's just say you'd have bigger problems than rent. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.